What's up, Richard? Timmers here. With the new film, simply titled Greenland to Migration, coming out this week, since the movie stars Gerard Butler, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Gerard Butler films. Because he's obviously is mostly more of a hit and miss sometimes, but he has had some really good films under his belt. So here is my official top 10 list. All right, number 10 is a movie that was much better than had any intentions being. And it's a movie titled Plane. Now, in Plane, it stars Gerard Butler and Mike Coulter. We're like this airliner who's also carrying like this. Who one person on board is, of course, this convicted criminal here. But they crash land in like this hostile island, and the pilot must team up with Mike Coulter's character to protect his passengers from these military villains here. And the movie is actually a lot of fun. The chemistry between Gerard Butler and Mike Coulter is good. Yeah, I remember seeing this one. I really did not expect much out of it, but it was more better than any intentions being. Fun action, really cool flick. I mean, they're supposed to be doing a sequel, by the way, with Mike Coulter. I wonder if that's still ever happening. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good one there. All right, number 9 is Law Abiding Citizen. Now, this one got released all the way back in 2009. You got Gerard Butler, who plays this honorable family man. Who's of course his wife and/or armor in a home invasion, and he hosts for justice. But a rising prosecutor named Nick Rice, played by Jamie Foxx, cuts a deal with one of the killers in exchange for testimony here. And the movie is actually a really decent, fun action flick here. The chemistry with Gerard Butler, Jamie Foxx is really good. It's directed by Shreya Compton and Friday director F. Gary Gray. It's a really decent. It definitely has some fun action to it. You do got like Leslie Bibb, Viola Davis is even in this one. Regina Hall. It's a really good one. I mean, they're supposed to be doing a sequel to this. I wonder if that's still ever happening. But definitely, Law Abiding Citizen is a really cool one. All right, coming in at number 8. I'm actually gonna put because we already just had the live action one. So I'm actually going to put the whole animated films and even the live action one all into one films. That is the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Obviously, he did voice the, of course, here you do have the voice, Gerard Butler, who actually provided the voice of, of the main character's, father here, who's the proud Viking chief and father to the struggling to try to understand his son here. And of course he is the father of Hiccup in both movies. Actually, he played the live action version and he voiced the character too. He does such a good job in them. I mean, usually when they do live actions remakes, I'm like, okay, you could always just like recast a person, or this is actually one of the times where I think it actually worked pretty well here. I thought Gerard Butler was really decent in the live action. And obviously, he does a really good job in the animated one, too. I mean, he's just great in all of them. I'm guessing he's coming back for the sequel. Not 100% sure that hasn't been confirmed, but I'm willing to expect he's coming back, but who knows. All right. Coming in at number 7 is Den of Thieves. Now, I actually quite enjoyed the sequel was okay, but the first one is a little better. The first Den of Thieves about elite LA sheriff's unit who goes head-to-head with a crew of professional bank robbers. Plans on interaction Federal Reserve heist here. And, of course, you got 50 Cent, Pablo Schreiber, Gerard Butler. The movie is a lot of fun. Definitely has some fun action to it. Fun twists and turns around. It's a really cool one. I mean, of course, the sequel, we do have a third one coming out as well, so we'll see how that's going to be. But I really think the first one's actually far better. All right, number 6 is Dear Frankie. This is actually one of the few times where Gerard Butler actually really showcased more of his dramatic talents. Dear Frankie stars Emily Mortimer as a single mother who hires a stranger to pose as her son's absent father, leading to an unexpected emotional connection. And Gerard Butler plays a stranger here who is an unnamed drifter who steps into the father role. And it's a really nice, heartfelt story. Emily Mortimer's terrific. Gerard Butler, his chemistry with the lead kid is great. It is such a really decent one. If you guys haven't seen it, give that one a go. It's really cool to see Gerard Butler try to do more dramatic stuff. I feel like he does more action movies than straight up dramas nowadays. But anyway. All right, number 5 is Gamer. Gamer is a lot of fun. It stars the likes of Logan Lerman, Micah C. Hara, and it's set in the dystopian future where death row inmates are controlled like video game avatars by players, with one prisoner fighting to regain his freedom. And here you got Gerard Butler, who plays Cape, a silent, hyper-violent prisoner forced to fight for the survival here. And he's like very, feral here. He really does some really physical action moments. He's really good. I mean, Gamer is a really underrated film if you guys ever seen that. I mean, if you guys have, it is from the same people who gave us like the Crank movies. It is a really cool one. Highly recommend Gamer. Too bad they didn't do a sequel to this, but anyway. All right, I think maybe Gamer came out a little too early. I think if it was released now, probably will get more eyes on it. But anyway. All right, number 4 is Rock and Roller. Of course, Rock and Roller is directed by Guy Ritchie, where London criminals, mob bosses, and con artists clash over a valuable real estate deal, spiraling into betrayal and chaos. And this is actually one of my favorite Guy Ritchie films. Great cast too. You had Tom Hardy, Idris Elba, Tom Wilkinson, Mark Strong. Some really great cast members in this one. It is a really cool one. Definitely has some fun action moments to it. It is such a really good one. If you guys haven't seen it, do yourself a favor, give it a go. Rock and Roll just, rocks. Too bad they never done a sequel to that either. But anyway, number 3 is Phantom of the Opera. I guess you could say this is one that really put Gerard Butler on the map for most people. Obviously he mostly wears a mask throughout, but this is, of course, obviously based on the very popular music show starring Emmy Rossum, Patrick Wilson, Minnie Driver. And it's where this tortured, disfigured musical project, torn between love and madness. And he really plays him very deeply emotional here. Gerard really embodies this role perfectly. I mean, he does such a good job here. Number 2 is Olympus Has Fallen. Now, I only prefer the first one. The sequels are pretty terrible. Now, this movie also came out around the same time as White House Down. I'd probably say I think White House Down is a tad bit better. I had more fun time with that one. But Olympus Has Fallen is still pretty decent. Here, of course, you got Gerard Butler, who plays Mike Banning, who's a highly skilled, emotionally secret agent who driven by loyalty and guilt. And we're of course, attackers sees the White House here. And he try to find, and he becomes the president's last hope inside the compound. You got Aaron Eckhart, who plays the president, Morgan Freeman, Angela Bassett. It definitely has a fun action to it. It's really entertaining, fun one-liners. This movie definitely feels like those 90s action movies that's always fun to watch. I mean, yeah, Olympus Has Fallen is a really cool one. And my number 1 favorite Gerard Butler movie is obviously Zack Snyder's 300. 300 is great. I guess you could say this is one that really put him on the map for most people too. But 300 is great, based on a graphic novel by Mark Millar, starring Gerard Butler, David Wenham, Rodrigo Santoro. This is Sparta. I mean, who did not really like that? Who do not remember that iconic line? Come on. It's just such a good one. Butler really plays his part well. Lena Headey is really good. It is such a really decent one. Here, of course, you got Butler, who plays King Leonidas, who's a fearless Spartan king who leads his men into near death here. And he's very, his role is very iconic, raw, physically. I mean, I always thought he could have easily had been Wolverine at the time. He might be a tad bit older now. But back in the day, I think he would have been a really cool Wolverine or a cool Batman, because he really had that he is actually physically capable here. But still, I think this guy is really great. I mean, it definitely did some fun action to it. Really had physical moments in this. It's such a really cool performance, and really quite like that character a lot. Obviously, he did not really come back for the sequel, not sequel, but prequel that came out, which I actually thought the prequel, 300 Rise of the Empire, was actually not so bad. But anyway, that's pretty much it there. Here's my quick rundown. Number 10, Plane. 9, Law-Abiding Citizen. 8, How to Train Your Dragon. 7, Den of Thieves. 6, Dear Frankie. 5, Gamer. 4, Rock and Roller. 3, Phantom of the Opera. 2, Olympus Has Fallen, and number 1 is 300. Now, a couple of other movies he's done. Let's see. Chasing Mavericks, which was a surfer movie from 2012, was pretty decent. Definitely not Hunter Killer. I did not care for the first Greenland. Counterpart wasn't so good. Definitely not The Vanishing. Machine Gun Preacher was okay. P.S. I Love You was alright. The Ugly Truth was okay. Dracula 2000. Beowulf and Grendel. Timeline. He also played a leprechaun in movie 43, which that was an interesting role there too. I mean, he's done some really cool stuff over the years. Anyway, let me ask you guys, what are some of your favorite Gerard Butler films? Draw comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simon Signer.